Hello guys, we have another video. I just got in the shower and in the shower decided, hey, we should make another video because I don't have that many videos uploaded and a lot of people have been coming to my channel recently. So I decided, hey, let's make another video. And if you look down one of my older videos, I did make a video about sequels, bad sequels. This is more unnecessary sequels. Not really gonna say that all these sequels are, well, I don't have all the sequels with me. Um, but a lot of them are unnecessary. They shouldn't have been made. Um, and I don't like I don't like any of these sequels, but I feel like some of the sequels in my last video were necessary. They just didn't do them right. Like Indiana Jones is one of those series that you can keep making movies. They just have to be good. Um, but yeah, so let's get into it with I have a couple movies. I mentioned this in my last episode. Which was my last episode? Oh, my favorite movies. As y'all know, Donnie Darko is one of my favorite movies. Crap. I have a sequel. Just in case you guys haven't seen that video, let me get the sequel. The very crappy sequel. So, if you guys have seen Donnie Darko, it's kind of an obscure movie, but it's really good. Fantastic. This is stupid. If you guys have seen this, who is gonna watch this? Like, I really want to know what happened to the family. And then they come out with the one about Donnie Darko's sister, and it is horrible. It's really bad. There was just no point to it. There really was no point. And a lot of people think that this is a really crappy horror movie. People who don't know what it's about. See, if it's a horror movie, I think you can keep making sequels about it. But Donnie Darko is a sci-fi movie, very good sci-fi movie, and good sci-fi movies don't really need a sequel. So if you want to know what the second one's about, it's basically about Donnie Darko's sister, and I believe it gets into more of Frank the Rabbit, which I think you got most of it in the first one. There's no point. There really is no point. A lot of people didn't even know that there was a sequel to Donnie Darko, but there was, sadly. Well, so if you're a very big fan of Donnie Darko, I say at least get it. At least watch it once. But I recommend just watching this one, but if you're a fan, might as well just get this. I mean, just to finish the collection. Thank God there's not a third one, and I hope they never make a third one. Did they make a third one? I don't know. It seems kind of plausible, but it's stupid. Oh man. Anyway, so let's get on with the other movies. Mentioned this in my last video as well. American Werewolf in London. It's fantastic. It's great. But they made a sequel. I have it. I don't know where it's at. Thankfully. They made a sequel called An American Werewolf in Paris. It has nothing to do with this movie. They just wanted more money. They wanted to capitalize that it is a sequel, so they basically kept An American Werewolf in, then changed London to Paris. They're basically just saying, oh, it's a sequel to this movie, but then they go to theaters and realize there's nothing to do with it. And one of the great things about this movie is the effects are fantastic. The transformation scene it's very good. Very, very good. And the thing, where the heck is that movie? Right here. Who directed this? John Landis. I believe that they had a guy do effects on both these movies. Um, they're really good movies for their effects. I mean, they have good stories, but the effects really just take over. I believe his name's Stan Winston. I could be wrong, but I know Stan Winston worked on this. He might have worked on this. The sequel was really dumb. There was no point. Don't recommend it. But anyway, why was I talking about the effects in this movie? Because it's all practical, and practical effects are fantastic. But in American Werewolf in Paris, they decided let's go all out CG. CG is horrible. I mean, it could work with movies like Blade, but some of the effects in Blade are horrible as well. There's a lot of movies that think that CGI is the new thing, but practical effects are way better. Um, but yeah, let's move on with another movie. Not okay. Uh, this is different. Um, Tremors. I feel like the sequels are unnecessary, but the sequels aren't bad. Um, it's kind of like a parody monster series, so it knows what it's doing at least. So I don't think that this is bad. I just feel like it. There's not that much you can like keep moving forward with, especially because it's a giant worm. Um, I feel like it's unnecessary, but it's not the worst sequels that I have seen. Um, I've not seen all of these, but they're not that bad. They're not that bad. They make more. I believe there's now like 6. This is a collection of 4, just the 4 ones. I'm glad I had the attack pack. It's just mad that they made new ones. Um, but yeah, so this is not unnecessary. I would recommend that you at least go buy the attack pack. Unless they have a collection of all 6 now, then go buy that. Because they look good. They look really good. I've not seen all of these. I was gonna have a Tremors marathon. But so if you want to know sequels, well, the first one's just Tremors. Tremors 2 Aftershock. Tremors 3 Back to Perfection, and Tremors 4 The Legend Begins. At least go get. Tremors is funny. It has Kevin Bacon in it. It's not the best horror movie, monster movie, I guess. But I at least go give it a watch. I like it, but make sure you guys like it first. All right. Next movie is Pumpkinhead. Yes, Pumpkinhead. Now this is just a fantastic movie. I sound like I'm being sarcastic, but it actually is good. It has a good story, good creature effects, bad camera work though. They really need to fire the editor. But there was 3 sequels to this movie. All of them were unnecessary. I believe. If you guys know what Hatfield and McCoy is, it was like an old history thing where it was 2 families that hated each other. The 4th one, it was about 2 families that hated each other, and their names were Hatfield and McCoy. That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Why? If you're wanting to like make a parody of Hatfield and McCoy, at least change the names. Don't actually call them Hatfield and McCoy. That's just dumb. But Pumpkinhead's a good movie. It's just that there shouldn't be any sequels. Um, I'm not saying the sequels are bad. I feel like they didn't need to have any sequels. All right, this is where we're starting to get where I just don't like the sequels. Rocky Horror Picture Show, one of my favorite movies of all time. Would you guys believe it if they actually made more Rocky Horror Picture Shows? I'm not talking about the 2016 remake. I'm not talking about that. I'm literally talking about a sequel. I believe it was made in the 90s or 80s. Don't know the name of it. It's not Rocky Horror Picture Show 2. And I don't have the movie. I don't know what the name of it is. I just know that there is a sequel. And it doesn't even have Tim Curry. It's not about uh, the transvestites or anything. It is about Brad and Janet, but oh man, there's the sequels. It's stupid. It's literally about like reality TV, and I'm surprised that Brad and Janet are actually together after this. I'm not gonna spoil it, but this isn't even really supposed to be about like talking about the movies. We're not actually talking about the synopsis or anything. We're just talking about how bad the sequel is. I do not recommend the sequel. The 2016 remake is not that bad, but it's definitely not the 1975 original. Alright, next one. I hate these sequels. The Matrix. Oh my god. The first one was so good, and the sequels are so bad. Oh man. The sequels are so bad. I believe it was Matrix Reloaded and Matrix. I don't know. But the thing is that they're making a new one, which is it's so dumb. Why are they making another sequel to The Matrix? Nobody liked the sequels. The original was fantastic, but why make sequels to a fantastic movie? Stop! I hate making these types of videos. Oh man, I'm actually gonna have. Oh man, I'm gonna die. The Matrix is a good movie. The sequels, we're not even gonna talk about it. Oh man, okay. This is a movie I've actually seen recently, and I got recently. The Fly. This Blu-ray sucks. It says, let's see, beyond high definition, but it looks like a 70s movie. They're making like, hold on, I have Blade Runner around here somewhere. Alright. Is this like a high definition DVD? I mean, it looks fantastic. Doesn't say. Actually, Blade Runner doesn't deserve to be thrown. What we can do by throwing is S Dark. I'll get that later. So The Fly, fantastic movie. Sequel, not the worst thing that I've seen. It's about Seth Brundle's son. And he's like a normal kid, but he grows horribly fast. It's stupid. I'm surprised that Gina Davis actually kept the baby after this movie because, Seth Brundle don't be looking too good at the end of this movie. But yeah, I hope that DVD is not broken because that's a part of my collection, even if it is a bad movie. Anyway, next movie. I actually haven't seen this movie, but I know very much about it. I studied it. It's in like my top 5 list of movies I have to see right now. But I believe there's like 2 sequels. I believe to The Crow. I don't believe The Crow is one of those movies that actually need sequels. Well, it is based off a comic book. So okay, maybe there should be sequels. Like if I was gonna put The Crow on here, I should put Blade on here. So we're taking The Crow off. But one thing we are keeping on here is my last movie. Out of Donnie Darko, which is my least favorite sequel of all time. This is the worst movie series of all time, but started with a good movie. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's a little movie made in 1975. Very small, made by a small director. I doubt you know his name, named Steven Spielberg. very, very small movie. It's definitely not the first blockbuster of all time that basically made more like Back to the Future, Indiana Jones, Batman, Jurassic Park, Ghostbusters, Top Gun. But, it's not that popular. I mean, it's a little movie called Jaws. Have you guys heard of this? I bet you guys haven't, because Jaws is so small. It definitely didn't. It's not the first blockbuster of all time, guys. It's definitely not. I definitely don't own a Jaws puzzle set that has 500 pieces. No, I do not. I do not. But I'm just kidding. Wait, hold on. What's this? On the puzzle set, it has Blockbuster written on it? No, there's no way. Crap, I don't want to actually drop these. But yes, Jaws was the first blockbuster. It's a classic, but it's the most unnecessary. It's the most unnecessary movie series I've ever seen. There's no point in them, and they all I believe they're all about the same family too, and it's just really dumb idea for a good movie. Crazy how you can make a movie series so bad that started with such a good movie. Yeah, guys. So I got this at Walmart. If you guys want to go get it, it's how much was this? Does not say. Okay, I'm not gonna fuzz. I don't want it to open. I have to pick them all up. Also, I have another one. On last video, I said that The Breakfast Club was one of my favorite movies. Well, I got another one of these. It's a Breakfast Club puzzle set. It looks fantastic. Well, anyway, guys, before this video ends, I'm going to talk about next weekend's video. I'm going to be doing a movie review. I know I said it was going to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's probably not going to be Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What I think I'm going to be reviewing, I will eventually review that. But, man, so hard picking a movie to review. What I think the movie that I'm going to review is, as I am slowly taking my time looking for it, is the best movie of all time. I'm going to leave you guys off with the movie that I'm going to be reviewing next weekend. I just have to take notes, and I have a weekend to do this. I'm going to take notes, look at some behind-the-scenes stuff, get the actors' names written down, get the director. I'm going to leave you off with the movie I'm going to be reviewing, okay?